Welcome to Joe's free tutoring service. I asked you guys to send me your essay questions for tutoring help. This is a free tutoring service because I know tutoring can get expensive. Also, I love doing this. One of you sent me a DM asking me to explain expository essays. Expository essays are exactly how they sound. They explain something. This is going to be an essay or a piece of writing that explains something super non-opinionated, not about your opinion. This is simply explaining something, kind of like instructions. I've go up to a child. If a child asks me, "Where does rain come from?" And I explain to them, well, you see, precipitation and the water cycle. If I were to write that all down on a piece of paper, boom, I've written an expository essay. I sit there and I say, water is really cool, and that's why I feel like the symbolism in water is actually that life is about running. And even though water is blue, you shouldn't feel blue. Not what an expository essay is for. The structure of an expository essay is very easy. Your intro, your thesis, your body paragraphs, and your conclusion. It's very like... It is an easy formula to understand. Expository essays usually require a lot of research. You need usually like a primary source or secondary source, a book, another article, credible web page. And truthfully, my tip is if you're writing an expository essay about some sort of topic, get your quotes, your research done first, so you can write your essay around that instead of like coming up with something yourself and then having to find the material to fit it, because that is a much longer process, trust me. Find 2 or 3 different primary/secondary sources that you really like and write your essays around that. Write it down on a separate piece of paper or write it somewhere and look at that and write your essay around that. You're like, these things make sense to me, I could explain. And your essay should be able to make sense. Prove that you are able to explain something. You can explain a concept. Now, there are different types of expository essays. Compare and contrast, you have cause and effect. You know what I mean. The point is to be really clear with your facts. Dazzle it up if you want to, but that is not the point of an expository essay. An expository essay is trying to explain something in a very concise, matter-of-fact way. An example would be an essay titled, How Caterpillars Become Butterflies. Why social media is a big problem for young people. Or the history of ice cream. Really, you can write about anything with expository essays. It's actually one of the easier types of essays to write. This is your time to like show how good of a writer you are, not necessarily how creative you are. Can you explain things clearly? Can you do that? If I read your essay, am I going to walk away more confused, or am I going to be like, oh, that made sense. Okay, I think I like that. I know something now. I've learned something here. Essay. I hope that made sense, and I hope you're able to write a great expository essay. If you need help with writing it, I am here for you. I have more of these videos coming, so please keep sending DMs. Okay, bye. Look, I'm wearing my glasses like that guy in Severance. Okay, bye.